Beamy, 31M. People ops at a mid-tier, B2B SaaS shop, got a master's in org psych because I thought it would make me powerful, or something been stuck in corporate purgatory for 7 years. Drive a matte gray Model Y, like every other office drone with a spreadsheet addiction. Live in a converted warehouse apartment in East Austin. Exposed pipes, concrete floors, way too many plants. I forget to water. Entire life looks like a LinkedIn Influencers Weekend reel. I don't see myself as HR. I see myself as the guy designing the culture. Workplace isn't a job, it's a battlefield. And I'm the one holding the map. Companies like 160-ish employees. Engineering is basically all dudes, quiet, hoodie people, introverted, allergic to eye contact. Sales and marketing is mostly women, loud, trendy, always planning some vibe event. Leadership is a mix, but the CEO, Mark, is the classic Gen X peacekeeper. All he wants is to golf and pretend the business runs itself. He's terrified of saying the wrong thing and getting dragged online. So he hands me people ops and praise, gives me a stupid amount of influence. I tell myself, I use it for the greater good. I've always had beef with our engineering org. They pull the highest salaries they get, the nicest perks they work whenever they feel like it, and they're the least interested in culture. By far skip the D. EI trainings forget to show up to workshops. Cameras off during every all hands, like they're in witness protection. Don't put pronouns in Slack signatures. Don't react to posts, unless it's a server outage meme. It hits a nerve. I didn't know I had. Feels personal on a molecular level. I see them as the main beneficiaries of the system. Meanwhile, the girls in customer success and social are getting crushed angry clients, non-stop tickets, brand voice babysitting, public-facing stress, and they make like half of what some baby dev makes after a boot camp in my head. It's not unfair. It's a structural failure. And last year, I decided I was going to correct it. Q4 rolls around comp cycle season, my favorite holiday. This is where ideals turn into numbers. Mark pings me, does his little hey team routine in my office doorway, says we had a solid year. Merit pool is 4.2% across the board. Use ratings, use market data, keep retention in mind. Then he dumps the master spreadsheet on me and vanishes. He hates math and he hates conflict. Even more, all he really wants is a single page to sign, so he can feel like a CEO. I open the file, it's a sea of cells, names, titles, salary, ratings, recommended increases, comments. I shut my door like I'm about to perform surgery. Throw on my deep focus playlist, some lo-fi nonsense with a picture of a sad cartoon cat. Time to do some reallocations. Start with filters department. Engineering, top of the list, is Tyler, 33M senior back-end guy, basically built the original monolith. Everyone is scared to touch, quiet as a ghost. Same faded charcoal zip hoodie every day, like it's a uniform. Never goes to happy hour answers. Questions in one-word replies, like he's conserving oxygen performance rating. 4.8 out of 5, exceptional manager. Note says he patched a nasty security hole in late summer, critical asset, written like a warning label, current salary. $172,400 system, recommends a 6.1% bump, which is like $10,500. I just stare at it. Does Tyler need another 10 grand? He probably goes home and raids in World of Warcraft until 2 a.m. No, leadership presence doesn't mentor. Juniors doesn't show up in culture. Moments translation. Doesn't like to talk. I highlight the cell delete, 6.1 type, 2.0. Add my little justification note. Comp already at approximately 95th percentile for local market. Cap to avoid compression. Development needed in collaboration and culture alignment. Get a tiny rush like I just righted a cosmic wrong with a keystroke scroll. Down Brandon 28M, DevOps rating 4.4, recommended 5.0. I turn it into 1.4 a note. Strong technical output. Inconsistent cross-functional partnership. Needs improvement in team engagement. Keep going. Caleb, 36 million, Q, A, lead rating, 4.1 recommended, 4.2. I make it 0.0 note. Base pay stabilized, bonus heavy structure historically. Limited pool this cycle. There is no bonus this year, so that line is basically a polite middle finger Work my way through the entire engineering roster, shaving decimals, slicing points, turning high performer money into thanks for your service money. I tell myself I'm not punishing them. I'm correcting an imbalance. I'm incentivizing culture participation. I run the totals. I've freed up about $195,000 in the merit pool. Nice little pile of redistributed opportunity. Now the enjoyable part, switch tabs to marketing and customer success. First up is Kayla, 25F, social media, coordinator, absolute sweetheart, always tells me my shirts look so clean. We do iced matcha runs on Tuesdays like it's a ritual rating. 3.4 meets expectations. Manager note, great attitude, needs tighter attention to detail. Current salary, $59,500 recommended raise, 3.1%. I delete it. Type 13.5%, change her title to brand programs lead. Justification, retention risk, high potential, market correction to align with competitor bands. Expanded scope, do the same thing for my coordinator in HR. Do it for Hannah in customer success, who handles the nastiest accounts. Do it for Erica on the content team, who basically runs campaigns, while her manager posts motivational quotes. It's basically wealth. Transfer money out of the silent code, cave, money into the loud culture machine. I feel like I'm doing a heist for the morally superior. Check the grand total. Again, budget spend lands exactly on target, not a dollar overbalanced, like it was destiny. Save the file, rename it something obnoxiously final, like comp_planning_FY 26_final_VU4. Email. Mark. Hi Mark. Attached is final comp plan. Market benchmarking applied. Budget neutral while prioritizing high impact retention. Ready for signature. About 12 minutes later, he replies, looks good. Go ahead. I lean back in my overpriced chair, catch my own grin in the dark reflection of the monitor. I'm good at. This comp letters go out the next morning, set the comp emails to hit inboxes at 9 a.m. Sharp on a Tuesday, expect a little whining, like always. But I'm betting on engineer psychology. These guys hate confrontation like it's radioactive. They'd rather write a crone job to order groceries than ask a human for more money. 9 o'clock comes and goes. 9:30. Goes by 10 o'clock, rolls around, office days, dead quiet. Walk past the engineering bay on purpose. Just the clack-clack of mechanical keyboards and the low hum of monitors spot Tyler at his desk, staring at his screen like he's watching paint, dry in real time. No red face, no storming around, just empty neutral, unplugged in my head. I'm like, nice, they took it, they swallowed it, and moved on. Lunch hits go out with Kayla and Hannah. Kayla's glowing, like she just got proposed to, leans in over her overpriced salad and whispers, oh my God, I saw my letter. You literally saved me. Says she can finally afford that place near Muller instead of living with 3 roommates and a cat that hates her. I do the little polished smile. You earned it. Sip my sparkling water like I'm a benevolent dictator. Tell her we value talent here. And for a second, I almost believe my own PR. We sit there dunking on the engineering guys because it's easy sport. Hannah goes, Tyler looked like a corpse today. Kayla laughs like it's the funniest thing she's ever heard, right? Like, get a personality, dude. I laugh too. We split, I slap the company card down, call it team bonding in my head. So it counts next morning, Wednesday calendar, pop-up new meeting request from Tyler. Subject line, pay review question. My stomach does that tiny drop like half an inch, but I shove it down. I've dealt with bigger fires than some hoodie guy being confused by math. Accept the meeting, pull together, my little script market bands, budget limits, holistic calibration. All the words that mean no, but sound compassionate practice. My face in the bathroom mirror, the I wish I could help, but my hands are tied. Expression. Tyler knocks on my door frame like he's afraid of breaking it. Come in, I say in my chirpy work voice. He walks in, sits down, same hoodie, of course. But he looks wrecked, dark circles like he hasn't slept since the last deployment. Hey Tyler, everything okay with the release? Trying to do rapport, he doesn't even acknowledge it. I received my compensation statement, he says dead flat, 2%. I nod and fold my hands like I'm about to counsel someone through grief. Yeah, It was a constrained cycle. We had to be strategic across the org. He looks at me. Tyler never looks at people. Usually, he stares at the carpet like the carpet is his lawyer. Today, he's looking straight into my eyes. It's weirdly uncomfortable. Inflation was 6 point something last year, he says. My rent went up 12. So this is effectively a pay cut. I do my rehearsed sigh, the one that says, I hear you, while also saying, not my problem. I understand the economics, but we don't peg salaries to inflation. We peg them to performance and market value. And you're already near the top of the band for your level. He blinks once, top of the band. He repeats like he's testing the words for bugs. Yes, I say, leaning into the corporate tone, we have to protect equity across the team. He pauses. You can practically see him processing the word equity like it's a corrupted file. I delivered the API migration early, he says. I trained the 2 new hires when nobody else had time. I haven't taken a sick day in years. I keep the smile glued on. We appreciate that, and it's reflected in your strong rating. But we're also looking for more visibility, more leadership presence. His eyebrows move like a fraction of a millimeter. Soft skills, he says, like he's reading it off a ransom note. Yes, I say, communication, collaboration. Being part of the broader company ecosystem. He just stares at me, and it goes on too long. 5 seconds then, 10. I start fidgeting with my pen because silence makes my skin itch. Finally, he stands up, not angry, not loud, just done. Okay, he says. I just wanted to understand the reasoning. The reasoning is based on market data and internal calibration, I reply, trying to sound final and unshakable. Understood, he says. Walks out, doesn't slam the door, doesn't raise his voice, doesn't even sigh. I exhale like I just diffused something. Crisis avoided. He's an engineer. He'll go back to his desk, write code, and be grateful he's employed in this economy. 3 weeks later, something's off around the office. Not dramatic, just wrong. Engineering is quieter than normal, which is saying something. Break room feels colder. No random chatter, no dumb jokes, just people moving like they're on a timer. They show up exactly at 9, they leave exactly at 5. Like clockwork. Productivity numbers look fine, maybe even higher, but the vibe is dead, like the whole floor got muted. I try to re-engage them, because that's what my job is on paper. Friday morning, I bring donuts, set the box down, in the middle of the dev area, do my cheerful little announcement. Happy Friday, guys. Normally they'd hover within 30 seconds like seagulls. This time, nobody moves, nobody even looks up. Tyler doesn't turn his head an inch. Eventually one junior dev shuffles over, grabs one, mutters, thanks, and retreats like he stole it. I feel irritation bubble up. Ungrateful. I'm over here fighting for people, and they can't even pretend to like free sugar. Then Q1 hits me with the real nightmare, the payroll migration project. Big shiny initiative leadership's been hyping. We're moving off paychecks and into this fancy HRIS suite. Es ist para los Sursticeries das Curl. Rippling Mark puts me as project lead because it's an HR system, even though it's basically an engineering problem. Wearing an HR hat, I've got to move 5 years of historical data, pay history, tax, stuff, SSNs, bank info, benefit elections, vesting schedules, the whole liability buffet. I start mapping fields in Excel, and immediately everything is on fire. Columns don't match. Dates are in different formats. Some stuff is text, some is numbers, some is both. Somehow imports keep failing. Screen starts spitting out errors like it's mocking me, schema mismatch, fatal validation error. I can feel panic creeping up my neck. Deadlines end of the month if payroll goes late. It's not awkward. It's lawsuits and labor board fun. I try Googling fixes, wind up reading Stack Overflow threads that look like alien scripture. People arguing about SQL, joins like it's religion. I finally admit what I don't want to admit. I need a dev. I need someone who can write a script to clean this mess. SQL, Python, the whole deal, pull up the org chart, and there it is. Tyler's basically the only one with the access and the skill set to do it, fast. I sit there for a second, thinking about that meeting, thinking about his blank stare. But that was weeks ago. He's probably over it, and besides, on paper, I'm still above him in the food chain. He has to help me, so I march over to his desk like it's not humiliating at all. He's got those giant noise-canceling headphones on the kind that scream, "Do not speak to me unless the building is on fire." I tap his shoulder. He slides one ear cup off. No smile. No, "Hey." Nothing. "Hey, Tyler. Sorry to bother you." I keep my voice light like I'm not about to beg. I'm kind of stuck on the HRIS migration. He stares at me blank, patient, mildly annoyed. I start spilling it out. I need to merge 5 years of comp history into the new schema. The Excel exports keep crashing. Can you write a script to transform and map the data? He blinks once. Yeah. I can do that. I'll need the source files. My brain hiccups. Source files, the ones with everything in them. The real adjustments, the patterns, the stuff that would look bad if someone cared to look. But then I talk myself down. He's back end. This is just rows and columns too. Hymn strings and integers. He won't read it like a story. He'll read it like sludge. He has to pipe from A to B, and I can always remove the spicy parts. Sure, I say. I'll scrub the personal notes column and drop it in the secure drive. He nods like I just asked him to take out the trash. Okay, I'll map it tonight. I do the little grateful act. Seriously, you're saving me. He slides the headphone back over his ear. Conversation over. I walk back to my desk, feeling weirdly victorious. Open the master comp file scroll to the column. I know I shouldn't have written in the HR justification notes. All my neat little explanations about culture alignment and collaboration. The corporate safe way of saying, "You annoy me." I delete the entire column. Clean sweep numbers. Stay. They have to stay. History has to match for tax records and audits and all that boring legal stuff. I tell myself it's fine. He's not going to analyze raises. Like it's a murder mystery, he's just going to move fields around, save it as something sanitized like comp_history_export_clean.csv. Drop it into the restricted folder. Instant relief hits my chest. Like I just dodge payroll apocalypse, leave early, go home, pour myself a glass of that cloudy natural wine that tastes like regret and fruit. Sit on my couch, feeling untouchable. 3 days later, Slack ping from Tyler. Migration done, validation checks passed, new system populated. I type back fast, amazing, thank you. Log into the new HRIS. Everything's there, perfectly mapped. Pay history, deductions, benefits, all of it run payroll preview. It actually works, no errors, no red banners, no fatal schema mismatch. Screaming at me. I message Mark, migration successful. Under budget. Ahead of schedule, he replies with a thumbs up emoji, like he just solved it himself. I lean back like I'm queen of the office again. Start planning a little celebration because I'm that person. Order stupidly expensive cupcakes with the company logo printed on them. Tell myself it's morale next Monday. Quarterly all hands, the big one. Whole company packs into the main atrium area, remote people on a giant Zoom screen mounted on the wall. Mark is up there doing his State of the Union routine. Slides about growth, churn, pipeline, blah blah. I'm in the front row in a sharp blazer, because of course I am. Tyler's in the back, standing against the wall, hoodie up, arms crossed like a bored security guard. Mark finishes the revenue slide, smiles like he's proud of numbers he barely understands. We're in a strong position, he says. Then he does the handoff. And now I want to bring up our people ops, lead to talk about the new benefits package and the successful system migration. I stand polite clapping, mostly from marketing and customer success. Engineering claps like they're paying a tax. I grab the mic. Thanks, Mark. Yes, we're fully live on the new system. This is a major step forward for transparency and efficiency. I say transparency without my face twitching. We want Brightlane to be a place where everyone feels valued, where equity isn't a slogan, it's the standard. And right as I say that, the big Zoom screen flickers, the slide deck disappears. Mark turns his head, confused. Technical issue, he mutters. Screen goes black for a second. I think it's just a projector hiccup. Then a new window pops up. Not PowerPoint, it's a live dashboard, big header at the top, Brightlane compensation analysis, 5-year trend, Tableau layout. Crisp and professional room goes dead quiet. You can hear someone's chair creak. I frown into the mic. Who's sharing their screen? No one answers. The dashboard starts animating like it's on rails. Chart 1, loads, scatter plot, salary, increase versus performance rating. Each dot is a person and its ugly immediately big cluster of high ratings, 4.6 and up, paired with raises under 2.3% label, engineering/ops. Then another cluster ratings around 3.0 to 3.6 raises in the double digits, 10%, 12%, 14% label. Admin/marketing/people. It looks like a crime scene in graph form. People start murmuring, "What the hell is that? Is that real?" Next chart slides in, gender pay gap. Adjusted for performance, 2 lines, 1 line for male employees trending down under inflation, another line for female employees shooting upward like a rocket. Then a text box fades onto the screen. Finding: male employees with top-tier ratings averaged a 2.0% increase. Another line: finding: female employees with mid-tier ratings averaged an 11.2% increase. Then the dagger: statistical anomaly detected. 99.8% probability of manual intervention. My heart does this horrible stutter, like it forgets what it's supposed to do. Cold sweat hits my back, instantly. I look at Mark. He's staring at the screen with his mouth slightly open like his brain just blue-screened. I look toward the back wall. Tyler is still just standing there, no laptop in his hands, no frantic typing, nothing. He set it to run on a timer. He didn't confront me. He scheduled me, "Turn it off." I blurt into the mic, voice cracking, "Turn it off." This is a hack. I sound desperate, and I know it. Mark grabs the remote like that's going to save him. Starts mashing buttons at the projector, but the screen just changes again. New panel, a list, anonymized examples. Except it's not anonymous to anyone with a functioning brain. Senior back-end engineer, rating 4.8, raised $3,600. Social media lead, rating 3.4, raised $13,900. People ops coordinator, rating 3.1, raised $7,700. The murmurs turn into real noise. Someone swears under their breath. Chairs scrape. A lead architect stands up, loud as hell. "Is this real?" he shouts. "Are you kidding me?" Heads snap toward me. I try to talk mouth moving before my brain catches up. This is misleading. This data doesn't include context. You don't understand the holistic calibration. My buzzwords are melting in real time. Holistic is coming out of my mouth, and even I can hear how fake it sounds. A guy from back end yells from the crowd, "That's not holistic, that's stealing, couple." People laugh, but it's the angry kind. Then the screen shifts again. One last panel loads like the finishing move. It's an audit log, and my stomach drops through the floor because I didn't actually erase anything. I only deleted the notes column from the clean CSV. I handed Tyler the system, kept the edit history anyway. Full trail, timestamps, usernames, comments like a security camera for spreadsheets. And Tyler somehow found it and queued it up. Big table on the wall, recovered change log, rows start populating user. My username, action, edited raise _% from 6.1 to 2.0. Comment, cap to avoid compression, needs collaboration/soft skills. Another row, user, my username, action, edited raise _% from 3.1 to 13.5. Comment, retention risk, market correction. Aligned to competitors, and it keeps going line after line after line, my fingerprints everywhere, date and time, visible like receipts. The atrium detonates, people talking over each other. Someone just yells, "What the fuck?" Mark turns toward me. His face is turning this awful purple red. He's not doing the friendly CEO voice anymore. "Did you write these comments?" he asks, quiet, controlled, dangerous. I try to breathe. "Mark, I can explain. I'm already scrambling. It was strategic. It was..." He cuts me off. "Get out!" He says it low at first, then louder, like he wants everyone to hear, "Get out of this room. Go to your office." Now, I drop the mic without thinking. It hits the stand, feedback shriek, blasts through the speakers. Everyone flinches. I walk down the aisle, and every face is locked on me. Not curiosity, not confusion, straight hatred. Kayla is in the second row. She won't look at me. Eyes glued to the floor like I'm contagious. I pass the back wall. Tyler's still there, still calm. I glance at him, because I can't help it for the first time. All morning, he actually looks at me. He slides one headphone cup off and gives me the tiniest smile, barely a curl at the corner of his mouth. Then he leans in just enough for me to hear. "Soft skills," he whispers and puts the headphone back on. I stumble out of the atrium, like my legs aren't sure they work. Get to my office, slam the door, lock it. My hands are shaking so hard I can't even get my phone to unlock. Thumb keeps missing the code outside. I hear muffled shouting. Mark is doing damage control in real time. We will be launching an immediate investigation. We will rectify discrepancies. We take fairness seriously. The whole corporate apology machine, spinning up 10 minutes later. Someone knocks once and opens the door anyway. It's not Mark, it's the head of legal and 2 security guards I've never seen up close before the lawyers, holding a folder. Like this is a courtroom drama. "We need your laptop and your badge," she says. I blink at her like she's speaking another language. "What?" "You're being placed on immediate administrative leave," she continues, "pending termination for cause." "For cause?" I squeak, full-on shriek in my throat. I was doing my job. I was trying to fix a pay gap. She doesn't even react. "You created disparate impact liability that could cost the company millions," she says, like she's reading a weather report. "You manipulated compensation outcomes against documented performance. That is fraud." My mouth opens and closes. I'm trying to find a sentence that makes this not real. I want to talk to Mark. She gives me this flat stare. Mark does not want to speak with you. Then she points at my lanyard. "Hand over the badge." I unclasp it with numb fingers. It feels like I'm handing over a piece of my identity. Security takes my laptop. Next, one of them doesn't even look at me. They escort me out like I'm shoplifting. I have to walk past the glass walls of engineering, and they're all standing. No one's working, no keyboards clicking. They're just watching. Watching the culture architect get marched out like a criminal. I try not to look, but I do. Anyway, Tyler's right there, leaning back in his chair like he's watching a movie. I hit the elevator doors start closing, and through the narrowing gap, I see them start high-fiving. One guy pops a can of soda like it's a celebration. Tyler cracks his, too. Looks like he just won the damn Super Bowl. Next day I get the official letter, overnight delivery, not email, actual paper, like they want it to sting. Gross misconduct, discriminatory practices, data manipulation, 0 severance. They contest my unemployment claim too, because of course they do. I try to spin it on LinkedIn like an idiot, post some brave little paragraph, let go for standing up for equity, thinking I can control the narrative. I get absolutely obliterated, ratioed into dust. Former employees comment screenshots of the dashboard. People I barely remember reacting with popcorn emojis. Someone writes, "This you," with the audit log attached. My name becomes a meme in my own industry. Recruiters stop replying, then they start replying just to shut the door. One headhunter literally says on the phone, "Oh, you're that HR guy." Pause. "Yeah. We don't have anything for you." I lose the apartment, can't float, rent without a paycheck, have to break the lease, kiss my deposit, goodbye, sell the Tesla to cover bills, sell the nice stuff too, watches, shoes, the designer bag. I bought to feel important. All of it goes on resale apps like a liquidation sale of my ego. I move out to some sad 1-bedroom in Round Rock, the kind of place with beige carpet and a permanent mildew. Smell my new car is a 2013 Civic with a dented bumper and a rattling AC. I spend my days applying to jobs. I swear I'm overqualified for office manager, at a dentist HR clerk, at a car dealership front desk, at a gym. Anything with a paycheck, nobody calls back or they call once. Hear my name? And ghost. 6 months later, I finally land something. HR generalist for a construction supply outfit. Sounds respectable until you see it. The office is a trailer sitting on a gravel lot. Pallets of pipe and concrete bags stacked like a war zone. My boss is this dude everyone calls Tank. Chews tobacco during meetings and spits into a bottle, like it's normal. There is no DEI committee, there is no kombucha, there is no natural wine, there is only make sure the guys get paid so they don't walk off the job. I make $57,000 less than half what I used to make. I sit at a metal desk manual, timesheets, paper cuts, dust in the air. My spirit feels like it got folded and shoved into a drawer. One rainy Tuesday, I'm eating a sad turkey sandwich at my desk, bread already soggy. I open LinkedIn on my phone. I know I shouldn't. But I'm a masochist apparently. I search Tyler. His profile pic is different. No hoodie suit, jacket, professional lighting. Like he got styled by Vengeance, new title, Director of Engineering Operations. He got promoted. Obviously, Mark probably handed him whatever he wanted to keep the company from getting sued into the earth. I scroll his activity. He posted an article, The Importance of Data Integrity in People Operations. It has like 15,000 likes. He spoke at some conference in San Francisco. Smiling on a stage with a headset mic, caption says something like, "True equity isn't about narratives, it's about numbers. Proud to lead a team where performance is the only metric that matters." My jaw tightens so hard it hurts. I scroll down to the comments, and there it is. Kayla comments, "So true." Amazing leadership, Tyler, Kayla. The person I pumped up, the one I helped, she swapped sides. The second it was safe, I feel this thick lump in my throat. I want to scream. I want to type back, "I made you, but I don't," because I know how it ends. Tyler already won. He didn't argue. He didn't yell. He let me dig the hole, climb in, and then he poured concrete over the top. "Hey!" Tank yells from the other room. "Those I-9 forms done yet?" I flinch like I got snapped out of a dream wipe at my cheek. Fast, "Yeah, coming!" I yell back, close. LinkedIn stare at the stack of greasy paperwork from truck drivers' dusty forms, smudged fingerprints, coffee stains. This is my life. Now I pick up a pen and I get back to work.